Hey guys, Void of Dust Gaming here, and today we are going to show some Natalya gameplay. I'm going to show some Natalya gameplay as I'm the only one who plays on this channel, and I can say in the current meta, Natalya is still a brute force that has to be reckoned. She is super strong with her spells, and the best thing about her is that she's able to spam them quite a lot while you're building items. The cooldown reduction will be even larger, which means that you can easily burst enemies down in seconds. And I'm going to kill 15 heroes in this match against the Jinna here. Jinna is a really mobile hero. He has this kind of burst damage that goes through minions or passes on with his 1 and as well with his auto attacks. So that's something that you have to take into account when fighting against Jinna. Unfortunately, while she has a really strong kit, she is not the most mobile hero. She's not a Tulan, she's not a Raz, so you have to be a bit careful when you position yourself, because most of the times if someone caught you off guard, you won't be able to retreat to safety. That's not possible with her. The only thing that helps you from getting damaged is Flicker. If you take Flicker, as I would advise, I would take Flicker or I would take Sprint. Both things work quite well, but it is something that you need to always pay attention to the map. That's the most important thing for every hero. You have to be aware, where is their mage, especially where is the jungler in the enemy team, because that's the thing that's going to kill you if you don't pay attention to it. But of course you want to know where is the enemy mage, because you are going to roam quite a lot. Every time you have passed on the minion wave, you will go roaming, you will try to help people, and you will try to figure out what you can do in terms of damaging things. Here I'm going to kill the tower a bit, get some damage on the tower. As I'm a mage, I don't really do that much damage, but I wanted to take that health pack from Jinna. I don't think he really needs it. It is mine. So right now I'm going down to see if I can do something, and the poor Arduin is getting caught on the tower here. Quite unfortunate, because that is something that is really bad. I get the Jinna from the enemy team here. Arduin flickers to safety, otherwise we could have tried and get him with one of our damage skills, the smaller ones, the 1 or the 2. But as you can see, I just used my ult and the cooldown is already on 15 seconds, so even your ult is quite bursty. Cooldown here, 3 seconds, 1 second, and there you go. A 5-second cooldown on your main attack force, your 1. That's quite nice. That's actually something that you can work with pretty easily. And as you can see, Jinna has just taken full damage from my spell, and it costs him, I think, 2 health bars, and that's quite a lot, especially in a game where it's about sustain. It's about keeping yourself in the lane and farming, because that's what makes you stronger. Every time you damage something, you will become stronger, you will get more items, and in the end the whole team benefits from it, because that's what you want to do. You want to be as deadly as possible. I go in here. Unfortunately I miss Lindis here, and she's able to go to safety because of her passive, which makes her faster in the brushes. And unfortunately here, I don't know what happened. I should have taken damage into that Lindis, and as I don't calculate the damage or the angle quite right, I'm not able to kill Valheim here, but it doesn't really matter. A kill for our support is a good kill as well, and that's what we have done here. I want to get the bird for a little bit more vision, but I just keep on damaging it a little bit after I've seen that Jinna is pushing the mid lane, and I'm going in here Fortunately, he is scared of that Murad, so he's not really going into the fight. Like, I think that he could have gone under tower with his ult, as he was on full health, and his ult should have been enough to kill me. Another thing, but this is like, that was stupid, man. Yeah, I was a little bit too cocky here. Don't know if our Murad is actually doing something here to kind of damage things. I don't know why she's not using her stuff. That's really bad, because now he can easily farm up Lindis with his ult. At least that's what he should have done. Okay, Lindis is safe. I don't know how she managed to do so, but because our Murad was fighting with Lindis, he wasn't able to go in for the Abyssal Dragon, which would be more beneficial for the team in hindsight. Like, that would have been the smart move to do. Not get for that kill, leave her alone in the jungle, and go into the Abyssal Dragon to contest it. Because I don't know, I think that Jinnah made that kill by himself, and I'm trying to get to my Arduin here. I just in this moment I just hope that he would survive, but unfortunately he didn't, and they were really low. So I'm trying to sneak in here, but with Grok and Arduin, that's something that I try to avoid. I flicker right out of the range of Grok, so he is not able to hook me. And now Jinnah comes down, and I'm like, hello Jinnah, why don't you stay a little bit longer? And luckily for me, I'm able to get him here in this fight. And yeah, I'm just too strong. Like, I do more damage than the AD carry because they are not fed, and I'm already sitting on 4 kills. So my equipment is quite okay-ish at this point of the game. So I don't have any problems to finish off an already damaged Valheim in the game. Yeah, I gotta be careful about that Grok. He can hook me, and he can then kill me with Lindis and the combined tower shots. So that's something that I try to avoid here, backing off a little bit, playing the bait game. But there are just too many enemies. Like, there's nothing that we can do about it just by the two of us. Thane goes in and tries to mow down the Lindis, but that's not enough. And now we're going for the tank instead of the carry. But then there's the defeat. And now we're playing a funny game called Let Us Be Catched, and I'm able to activate my ult before Grok activates his, so he gets the full damage from my ult in this team fight, which was quite lucky for me that I was able to kind of act quickly enough to damage him, and the team kills him. And now Hecate's Diadem is online, so that's even better. I'm doing even more damage now because the whole damage is stacked up by a huge 35%, I guess. And now I'm going for the slow, because as you can see, I don't really have that many slows, and I need something in order to help me kill those enemies and get them in, keep them in range, because they're just, if they have boots, they are just too quick for me. So I need to get that support from the item builds. I got the Valheim here. He's the most important one, but another dead Jinnah is just fine for me. I can deal with that. Grok tries to hook me. Positioning was good, so nothing here to worry about. And the kills are just piling up, like, that is the good thing. But there will be a few brain farts coming soon, because that's not the final outcome. I will be dead a couple times more, risking everything. You can see how powerful Arduin is and how long he's able to stay in a team fight. I love Arduin for that fact, and now I need to get out, which I work on doing a lot of damage. That's the next kill for me, because Jinnah thought that he could just by mobility surpass me, but that wasn't true. That Jinna again. And there we go. We got the tower. The good thing is, like, as I'm not doing that much damage to the tower, I do a lot of damage to the minions and stuff. So I'm able to use anything. And this is just some desperate attempt to kind of stop the thing that's going to come undead. Like, Lindis is so fast. She can move so fast after she entered a brush that she's really easily able to just run around you, and you're not able to target her if you cannot predict her movement. And that's of course not always something that's easily possible. Good move here from our friend Thane. Arduin would have been dead a long time ago if not for Thane. Of course Arduin goes down because he was really low on health, but that Thane push, that was really a nice strategic move to get some damage out of that fight. And as I said, Lindis is just too powerful. She is working on her damage spike right now, and because I just checked the map again, here you can see, yeah, perfect. That's a perfect example, and she plays it really, really well. Really nice outplay here from Lindis. I had no chance of doing anything. Like, I don't even know if I could have like rolled around with my finger faster, or if that would not have saved me, but it doesn't really matter. Game is looking really good, and she makes some mistakes here, like that stuff getting caught here by Murat and our friend Arduin. That could have easily been the exit for Lindis and the safe ticket back to the base and the respawn point. Valheim plays a very risky game, and he gets the reward for it because he just went too deep into the enemy lines. Not something that I would recommend. You should always be the one in the back. That was a grackle that was completely wasted. Like, that wasn't really that clever. I would have saved it for later, and I would always use Grug and the hook if you really know that you will get at least something. Like, why not wait for the enemy to stack, and if they're packed because they are in a team fight and they're rotating around, why not go in then? That would have been just so much more beneficial. Doing some damage here just to get those guys away, and I'm really lucky that I hit the flicker and that I get Grug here. I just, like, literally, I just tried, and that could have been my death, but it wasn't, because I was like, that 2 is really good if you are in an escape situation. You can just throw your 2 behind you, and that stops the enemy at least a little bit. That's the only slow that you have, but use it strategically, use it tactically. Every time you have to retreat, just use it and try to go in. And then, like, that was just the attempt to do some damage to our friend Arduin, like the enemy Arduin. And luckily for me, the one tower hit that I got from this stupid action did not kill me, so that was alright. And I don't really have something that I can work with in terms of getting health back. That's something that I just realized in this video. That's something that she's missing. You can eventually build around it, but then you want to go full damage. Like, that's the stuff that you have to do. And yeah, poor Lindis. She tried to avoid the minions to get deeper into the tower range, because now we destroyed the tower, so that was alright. And here is another thing, like, I can't do anything against it. Valheim moves around it. Like, I should have targeted Valheim. That could have been the stuff that would have saved me, but we are fighting a fight against numbers, and that's not always a fight that you want to play. And now I'm just waiting for the Holy of Holies, and that's going to complete my kit, and then I will be even stronger while I do get some health back. I mean, Holy of Holies is the strongest item in terms of raw damage that you can get, and it's always really nice if you finish it in your build, especially if you're fat as I am. 13 kills. I think I'm the one who is, yeah, I'm the one who is the fastest in the builds. And this Arduin doesn't really know how to play against a against a Valheim, it seems like. Dude, just watch my Arden videos, go in with your ult, activate your shield, activate your one again, and while you do that you are doing massive damage. Or you can also ult 1 to 1, depends on your personal preference. Sorry Arden, another kill for me. And yeah, here's the 15. That's the 15 I was talking about. While we are fighting, I mean, Lindis has a really good map awareness and a really good understanding of the game, because as we were fighting that team fight, she did not hesitate, but went for the split push, and the split push would have been more beneficial, because as soon as we will have another tower that's down, we are even. So that puts us under some pressure, because we're not playing good team fights here. This is not a video where you can actually learn how to team fight, how to position yourself in team fights, because we're always split. As you can see now, Thane goes down, Valheim goes through the jungle, tries to catch Lindis or whatever that is, and Arduin is not paying attention, I don't know, drinking some coffee, preparing a meal or something like that. And I just thought, like, okay, because we are so far in the game, why should we not do the Darkslayer? And Darkslayer has a lot of health and it's kind of killing me. But with the combination of my ult and getting a shield and Thane soaking up all the damage, that was something that I thought that would be something that we could do, and the Darkslayer has been killed. And right now we have the dragon and we are in a good looking position. There's another team fight coming in, but I don't know if they're afraid of me. Like, I don't know if someone ever feels about that. Like, oh, there's Natalya. And look at that. Last stupid move in the game. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have retreated back to safety into the jungle and just tried to make it back to the bottom lane and to the tower there. And this could also be a turning point in the game, because we are already split again. And if the guys up on top do not manage to go in, that game could have been easily over if the enemy team just pushed. But this is game. Good understanding here from our friend Valheim and Arduin, and that just maybe saved us the game, but it doesn't really matter. We won the game because of that, and that was the game with Natalya. I'm pretty impressed with her stats, like with the damage that she outputs on the enemy. And if you are able to understand how mobility works and how positioning works, I would always recommend to play her on 33.7% damage. That speaks for itself. And yeah, I was thankful that I could actually bring you some good Natalya game. I was struggling to get a good game with her. So this is my build. I'm going to put it in the description. I had the largest participation. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.